Not too sure what that thing was that said that that little drop down. And like when I pressed down on the screen, it said there was a YouTube thing and it was loading. And I thought maybe it was starting this, but it says the other thing. I guess it is. I just don't remember tossing it there. Oh, okay. This is rolling. Okay. I was doing that thing it did the other day, though. The other day, one of the ones, um, he was up there for a while, but one of the ones showed the comments, but they didn't show one of the latter person's comments. They were someone, I could see them on my other device. There's someone who we follow each other's videos. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. So I'm going to bring it up on here. And then I'm otherwise, mostly just waiting for chatters. I don't have a lot to say. No, I'm really just concerned with my health. Since I happen to share some things with her, and I guess I should say I'm not really surprised actually that you know she got a little bit worried. She surprisingly hasn't, but it hasn't made it obvious. But I try to suggest different sugars, and she said no, there isn't such a thing as diabetic. Um, what was the peanut butter? But there was something else she was kind of um, saying that there was. I thought she tried to tell me about sourdough, but I don't think I like that. Oh, I have to get this in the fridge. Just a moment. This is being slow anyway, so just a moment. Just got home recently, so just looking through some stuff. Okay. Just lay down, Casey. I gave you cuddles when I first got home, and just relax. Okay. So I'm just trying to get the computer to behave so I can see any comments that come in. I'm sure I'll get it to behave in a moment here, but because they're not showing on the cell phone. Mind, I haven't been rolling more than 5 minutes yet, but I don't know if there's a... See, I got it set up on my little proper thing as it was rolling, and then I had to come back on the screen, and when it came back on the screen, it did that. However, when it died earlier, and I plugged it in for a few minutes, and then started it back up, it came on normally. So usually the computer just unfreezes, or the browser will crash, and then I'll restart it and um, relaunch it, and then I'll be able to see comments. So hopefully, yeah. I'm almost tempted to just restart it on here, though. I really am. And I would hope that you'll come back and have a nice chat with us. Maybe I'll do some music, and that would be lovely. But we got three of you here, and yes, my devices are being a bit wonky. I'm going to restart. So come back to your browse list in a moment and click in, but then make sure that you're watching the ones that... Oh, wait a minute, one minute. Just a moment. Um, okay, the computer just became responsive, so I can just... Okay, I'll just load it here, and then I'll see any comments that way. Oh, I wish I would have known that Ginger and David were live, though, and possibly Tizok. But anyway, let's just see. I'll roll for a little bit, and we'll see how things go. So then I go here. Then I go to this, and it'll open chat on the side, and yeah. Oh, Angelina Maria Bobby. Sorry, our dog, he has food, he has water, he's been out. He just gets a little noisy, but I don't want to put him upstairs because I just came home and he was up there then. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Curious if you've ever seen it before or how you came across it. And that one SHML, what does that stand for, by the way? Hi. Oh, they do. Look at the other reference, right? And we got a third person there care to say hi. It's interesting because I was just with somebody who has a granddaughter, Angelique, which is a really cool version of the name. I almost thought Angelina, but no, Angelique. But yeah, curious if you've ever been to the channel before, how you came across it, if you have any song requests, what SHML is, and yeah. Um, this is kind of going to be whatever you guys would mostly want to talk about, or songs you'd like to hear. Like I say, I don't have any other ideas. Server parse hypertext markup language. Shh, please. Whoops. And to me, could be a lot of things, but that doesn't really make much sense to me. Angelina, are you still there? It's funny because I was kind of also thinking about somebody who had the middle name Maria, too. Not the same person. Yeah, I guess I could be from at home. Okay, cool. So, yeah, first time to the channel. How'd you come across it? Sorry, I'm only seeing comments on this screen. So I guess you didn't seem to mind, and I appreciate that because, yeah, I'm kind of not... I'm going to try and focus on both. And remember to like. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm musical. If there's any songs you'd like to hear, I can see if I can do them. If there's a topic you'd like to talk about, we can talk about it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to take a quick look at your channel because I'm curious. I could just ask you, but I've already mentioned some things, so we'll go from there. So you're an artist. Pretty good. R videos? Who's the R out of curiosity? Not a lot of content. Got a lot of shorts, it looks like, eh? Happy New Year, by the way. That looks like a devil. Never should buy too much. And if you'd like to say where you're watching from, you're welcome. Yeah, if you'd like to say where you're watching from, I'd be curious to know. And, yeah, like I say, our dog's had everything he needs. He's spoiled. He's just... he has me trained in a way. It's like he knows that if I'm streaming, if he makes some noises, he'll get a chew stick or whatever. However, we're a little low on those. In fact, I'm going to add them to our shopping list. Because I don't know if we're going to make it. I was near there today, but I wasn't thinking of it. We're going to make it to the place that we otherwise get them from. And they probably be very expensive. Okay, he's just about to settle down, which is good. That blanket's a little bit... He'll move right around and get comfortable. Does anybody have any favorite holiday treats, by the way? Because I was in a store today that still had some holiday stuff. Whoops, what did I click? I'm really not sure what to think about pumpkin flavored. Yeah, I know of it. In fact, I just recently learned a bit more about it. Not a lot, a bit. So I'm just going to put my socks on. I thought it was a specific game. Apparently, it's just a gaming platform, eh? I'm not. I used to be, but not like super strongly. I'm not much of a gamer, to be quite honest. Um, there are some games I would be more into playing, though. And it's true. Trying to make certain things happen in life that you may want isn't always easy, and sometimes you just want to just let yourself be distracted, you know. Instead, uh, I don't know what I can do differently this year in some ways, but you know, I do that with doing posting on YouTube, browsing on YouTube. Um, I do it with message retracted. What's that? I do it with my one other site that I Facebook essentially. Um, Cooking a little bit. Like I say, I do play music, but I'm not great at thinking up songs. I like a lot of stuff. Not everything, obviously. Nobody does. But thanks for the like, by the way. Was that you, Angelina, or was it somebody else? By the way, Angelina, are you also a ballerina? Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. But yeah, not much of a gamer. Yeah, okay, cool. Missing some other questions, but that's okay. So I'm here in Canada. How about you? And have you been a poster on YouTube for a long time? Sorry, it's just a bunch of curious get to know questions. You can ask me some too if you'd like. For the most part, I'd be okay with that. But yeah, um, oh, I was asking. Thanks for asking again. I was asking if you have been someone who's used YouTube for a long time, like as a content creator, I guess they'd call it. Oh, that is what they call it, actually. I'm wearing a new shirt that I got on the holidays, and I wasn't sure if I liked the feel of it. It's weird because I'm not sure if the person that gave it to me noticed or not. It must be on the back. It has like a dragon on it or whatever. I haven't looked closely on it, but um, yeah, it keeps riding up my Buddha Valley. I'm in Canada, Western Canada, kind of near Edmonton, and that's as specific as I'm going to be. But I've asked you as well, and I don't think you've said. But yeah, so I might when I if I might uh, change into this one, but we'll see. I was also looking at a bag that somebody gave me of some stuff. Um, Germany. Oh, fancy. Well, that's very interesting because the person I was just with, um, last time I saw her over the holidays, I was mentioning. Well, okay, I guess Austria isn't Germany, but it's next to, I believe, right? And I was mentioning a former teacher I'd had. Actually, I was mentioning his TA, but also kind of him. Hyrix. So Bobby is a last name? That's an interesting last name. Angelina is a great name, by the way. Curious people's beliefs on things like the afterlife. Sometimes I'm talking about angels on this channel. You know, it's about supporting, it's about uplifting, it's about doing music. Okay, cool. And who else do we got watching? Well, I mean, I guess I can stock up on them. They don't expire because because four of them. Those are humongous. Three of them. Those are not humongous. Hello, cute moments. Welcome back. I was just noticing, actually, dare I say, not with the code, that you know who was live. Me. Just kidding. But I am actually. I do happen to be. Uh, and I kind of want to watch, you know, see what the conversation was doing there, but we'll see. We'll see. So again, I think this would be a common question that I ask, if you don't mind. Have you had any cute moments today? It lends itself to it. I'm also going to remember to go to your channel because I'm not sure if I don't know what Mark Element is. I'm not sure if I've been to it yet. Is that you that's showing in the videos out of curiosity on your page? Or is that a relative or something? Or a friend? And I hope you remember to like. I'm not too sure if you're actually still there. You just got here, but it's not indicating at the top that you are. Oh, maybe it is now, though. Okay, focus, focus. Hopefully she'll be rolling for a while. He might just be playing drums or something. Tablet. Tablet. That doesn't really get back to me yet. Well, when it indicates that there's somebody here, I'll know that there's somebody here. It's not always accurate. Sometimes when it indicates there's nobody here, there's still somebody here. But I think if there was, you'd be saying something. I don't know why, but the tab I'm trying to go. I shouldn't anyway because I'm doing this. But the tab I'm trying to go to Ginger's videos on is not opening it anyway. Like it came as far as YouTube and to her channel, but it's not clicking the actual video. But it's just not giving the right pointer either. I don't think so. I don't know why. Yeah, 18 minutes in, you got three people. Well, kind of two. She stayed a bit longer the other day. I'm not sure why she rushed off now, but. So who do we have watching at the moment? What is a sticky? Well, she's put it right there, but sticky roll. And why is it interesting? So my focus a little bit. One app is being wonky too. This is keeping the draft. Yeah, people can skip ahead if they are curious what else I put in this video. I'm just gonna wait till the chat is active again. Say one of the persons said that they will come back. I'm kind of surprised the other person didn't stay longer, but maybe their phone died or something. Okay, now it opened, but it looks like it may have wrapped up. Hers? Let me just double check. Yes, it did. So I missed it anyway. That's okay, because then I won't be distracted by it. And I wasn't in the conversation, so I don't know if I really need to. I mean, it varies, but in that case, I don't think I really need to. Just multitasking. I'm watching the chat though, so um, this is a reason why I shouldn't toggle because now it's being slow. But I probably did ask this back then, but
I don't know where he is. Maybe he pops up in the next minutes. I don't know. Oh, hey man, I'm fine, thank you. Oh, I need to watch your stream as well. So, um,
let me just come back. Let me come back to my stream and see if anybody's saying anything. Not looking like it. I try not to do that. I just don't know where my headphones are at the moment, anyway. But
yeah, I'm well today, and so I have some hope for the year 2020.
I'm kind of curious what he's going to say about that because that might actually get me kind of give me some ideas to talk about. But I could ask you the same. Okay, no, you left, so I guess I can't. Or at least it looks like you have.
Six, because I may will go to some brands, and that's one thing I will do this year. I want to be endorsing some brands, and therefore I'm waiting to get enough money to buy some nice products, and then I will send some brands my endorsement application, and then hopefully the brands will accept it. I don't know where anybody is scary, but yeah, maybe those people will pop up.
He's got a thick accent. You probably can't understand him anyway. Sort of thick accent.
I don't scam any brands. I haven't scammed anything. And this is the last time I say anything about anything that was happening, and I don't talk about it anymore. This matter is closed, and I will do my rights to do something that you don't mind like if you don't stop.
I think I know what he's on about. Person's asking the same question like 3 times.
Welche Wandteller?
Okay, you're back, Angelina. Good. Glad to see it. It's a little quiet start. Well, I mean, sort of. Okay, you took away that comment. Oh, no, sorry. Sorry. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Yo, sup? So, do you have any song ideas for me? Anything you'd like to talk about, last year? Thoughts for this year? Goobers? Sounds like a candy, from what I recall. Is it a musical performer or something? I know burgers. I just typed burgers earlier and it says it almost like burgers. So that's not what I meant. Okay, it's a channel? Nope, sorry, don't. What kind of channel? Or what about it? And do you believe in the afterlife? And yeah, you can only ask the other things as much as I'm asking them, so. Ooh. In about 30 or 40 minutes, even though I have talked to today briefly because we were having issues with our hot water supply. Um, and there was something else I think I asked him about. Maybe not. Anyway, I might try calling him in about 30 or 45 minutes, but it would be very brief. He's just on a lunch thing. Today was actually, I mean, I don't go out a ton, I guess that's what it is. There was somebody that, she had a little time around the table too, that was on a really long break at the fast food place we had lunch at. Well, I mean, we weren't there that long. I said it was fast food after all. But she was already sitting at a table before we got there. It was much busier there today. And then the two tills at the grocery store. So, can I go on break? Okay, yeah. That one girl, she's been working there forever. I know of someone in their 40s or no, probably their 50s or 60s who's worked in a grocery store since they were a teen. I worked in a grocery store as a teen actually, but I couldn't work that many years at it. She may have went and came back more than once, but okay, like I say, not much of a video gamer. Um, some games are definitely unkosher, and some games are better. Um, but yeah, yeah, the other one I think was trying to tell by voice. But it's all good. Wow. So you don't have any favorite bands or anything like that? Did you get lots of sauce for Christmas? Because somebody gave me a bunch of sauce. I don't know if I have one. I try not to pick favorites. There's many that I enjoy. I mean, I guess if we're thinking of self for a moment first, I would say me. But yeah, I mean, there's quite a few, and some of them follow my channel, which is one reason why they're a favorite to me. Plus what they do, and some of them are mods actually of my channel. So watch for that, and you can check. I mean, it really depends what you're into, I guess. Really, but I mean, who isn't into cooking, right? I don't know if I should share this art that I was working on. I'm really not much of an artist. I was just trying to see how a couple colors mixed and wanting to try some paint. So I started this abstract one, and then there's a whole bunch of waters over here. I wonder where that came from. And then we have this thing called oil-based paint pen that I decided to try out. And when I tried it out earlier, and I did shake it then, yeah, it really just goes on like a marker. So then I went, ooh, ah, with it. I would love to do some music for you. And yes, I think I got this shirt over Christmas. I don't really like the feel of it, and I'm not likely going to wear this. But what does it say out of curiosity? Anything? No? Okay. Yeah. So that, and this, I guess. So I'm going to be right back myself, actually. I just have to leave the screen for under 5 minutes, so not super long. Hopefully, you might think of some songs you'd like to hear me do, or some other questions for me. But yeah, I'm just going to put a little note there too. Ironic, 32, because I know someone who passed away last year, end of this month, last year, at the age of 32. So, yeah, like I said, the dog has settled down nicely, so I don't really want to get up, but sometimes you go on it, right? Whew. Yeah, I didn't eat much this morning. I'm still kind of hungry, even though I did have lunch. Cold water's everywhere, I tell you. I'll just have this. I don't know what I'm gonna have. I feel like a piglet. But when you skip a meal, you kind of become one. I'll be right there. I hope my dog can take it. Being good? I hope so. And yes, I am all by myself, other than the dog. So, if anybody wondering, anybody else might pop into the screen, and, the big some people probably might, but who else is there? No. Without this new kind of salad today, I kind of want to try it, but I'm also kind of thinking I'd like to have it with dinner. So, I'd rather wait. It's not like I haven't eaten. Doesn't look like you're even still here. Where are you? What are you doing? Hey, what do you got? Stop being naughty, son. Oh, and I forgot to grab the phone while I was up. I'm going to quickly do that. Because even though I did talk with him briefly, well, it's not a whole lot to say. Had lunch, had a couple items from the store. Oh, dear. All right. Okay, get me settled down nicely. That's good. Wow, it doesn't look like anybody's on the screen. It's unfortunate that, I said I wasn't going to be gone long, and she didn't stay long. Came back, which was nice, but it might be a little early call, but it might not be. Oh, I should have grabbed one of those other ones so I didn't have to use this, but it's okay. Because I'm saving people money when I speak about it. Just simply speaking about it. So, yeah. Um, Part of me wants to do a little art in the stream, but like I say, I'm no artist, really. Music, that's pretty much my art form. Um, but I have some really nice paint and stuff that I'd like to do. I know that we're kind of past Christmas now, but I got them at Christmas. I didn't
Sie
exactly know
können
what I wanted
unter
to do. What's
Verlosung
playing?
Privatprofil.
Uh, I'll wait till I know that there is somebody here still. Just making sure. I guess it just hasn't updated that because yeah, I saw that she wasn't still rolling. So well, it's quiet now. It might not be later. Although, like I say, when I do my phone call, it won't be very long. So part of me thinks, they can wait. Hopefully they will. I think they would. Especially certain people, especially if they just got here. They like to hang out for about an hour. Sometimes an hour and a half, honestly. I have some very loyal followers and fans, and then I have the randoms that pop in for a few seconds. Some don't even say much, but some do. And that's saying something. That's saying a lot. Just kidding. But kind of, maybe, sort of. Sort of, maybe, kind of. Hmm. Really? Huh. Just when I need to see more videos suggested to me. I do kind of want to maybe talk about that, actually. That would be a fun topic. Five people ask, what would be a fun topic? It's like, I didn't even know what I was here. But let me tell ya. Let me tell ya. I'm going to be on a phone call for under 5 minutes, I'm sure. They're on their lunch break. It's actually the other person that you sometimes see on this channel. So I'm going to get them to even say hi. Of course, she just left. I mean, not. At least it looks like it is. Register. That was weird. Hello? Hi? I'm not. Hi. 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 I'm not sure how you were able to place a call when it was still calling out to you. But anyway. Oh, maybe you did. When I hung up, it started ringing again, and here we are. Anyway, how's it going? Yeah. So it's been busy. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully the afternoon's a bit quieter then, I guess. That's what you're hoping for. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I look forward to when you get home, and is everybody still talking about their celebrations the other night? Oh yeah. Oh no. Hi. 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 Huh? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, biking worked out this morning. Okay. If you want to say hi to the podcast, it looks like the person that was there left. But anyway, all right. Well, we'll see you when you get home. Okay. Bye bye. You almost got a hello from G himself, but you weren't patient enough. I mean, that example, it could have been, even though I was saying one moment. Maybe they thought I was meaning to like indicate that to the person that was talking, but it could have been that they just didn't want to say anything while I was on the phone call. But yeah, it was G, who you see playing piano on this channel sometimes, and that. So yeah, he hasn't gotten on his lunch yet, but hopefully soon. So. Ooh, that's kind of unfortunate. I wonder if it could be washed. This type of bag with that type of thing. Probably not easily. I'd probably just have to kind of, whatever it is, it's kind of crusted on here. I'd probably just have to kind of wipe it off or just ignore it, maybe. But yeah, so speaking of something kind of hard to ignore, I have a bit of a topic idea. And other than that, we can kind of talk about random stuff and we can talk about music. And the person left. But I want to say, or at least it looks like they did, I want to say this when there's somebody here, preferably somebody that wants to chat. Um, I'm sorry, just thinking about something. And something about thinking. I think so. I think there wasn't a lot of interaction with that agency. I know I think I left a message and I never heard anything. So, but maybe I should have tried again. I don't know. But yeah, so I wanted to talk other than just whatever. Okay, like I don't care about that. I only want to listen. I don't know if you want to talk. I'm just kidding. Somebody else came back, or you're here. Somebody, or at least somebody's here, so I'm happy about that. Topic request, song requests, and I do kind of have. It's not really much of a topic, but I do kind of have a bit of a funny that I can share. I can share and I can sunny. A bit of a funny. But I'd really rather wait till there's somebody here that I know would listen, and preferably chat, like I say. Because we're 46 minutes in, I'm not too sure if anybody other than who would see this live would really watch this far. This is important stuff I want to talk about. Just kidding. Well, I don't entirely know all that I might talk about, so some of it may be more important than others. It's true. More important stuff than other stuff, and more important than some what some people are putting out there. I'm sure too, but lots of people are putting out lots of good stuff too. So I mean, I'm not here to diss that at all. Uh, I just noticed the title of my one friend's video, and I'm not really sure what to think of it. I know if we were to talk about a typo, um, maybe I don't know if it is one though. It's a thing. It's called. Part of me wants to wait, and especially to somebody I'm familiar with, but not two or three. Really, more so the one that they were. Um, but you know what I am gonna do though? I'm gonna go to that video.
So, I say for the very last time, ich habe überhaupt keine Verlosung gemacht. So, so, yeah, I will see what happens this year. So, I don't expect that much, but I will see. Ich habe keine Verlosung gestartet. So, ja, ich habe überhaupt keine Verlosung gestartet. Da bist du irgendwie komplett falsch informiert. Oder auf einem falschen Kanal oder was auch immer. Aber ich habe keine Verlosung gestartet. Da bist du komplett falsch. I have said anything in the video I made, and that.
Sorry, I was just a bit distracted. Oh, hello, Becca. How are you? Nice to see you here. Sorry, I am not meaning to not look at the screen I'm recording at. It's just that I'm not seeing the comments on that screen at the moment. Uh, and yeah, it's almost something I really want to ask you, but maybe I kind of I'm feeling well enough to maybe do some music. I think, I don't know what my neuropathy and my arthritis might say once I start, but I believe you know that I'm a musician, so if you have any song requests, that would be lovely. First time here, I'm guessing, right? Uh, and you're not that pretty, that many accounts. Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I'm a bit tired, but I'm having a pretty good day. It's cold out, but the sun's kind of out. And I had a decent lunch and bought a couple nice things at a couple nice food items. I am very curious about this salad that I bought. But like I said, I'm probably going to have some at dinner. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to like the apple cider dressing or whatever, apple something. But it's got Gouda, it's got honey flavored something, which I may or may not like. Um, and one other thing in it, one of those kits. And some of them can be kind of neat. I don't get them very much these days, but um, yeah, we can talk music, we can talk movies, we can talk life, we can talk last year, anything that stands out, we can talk this year, anything we'd like to do and stand out. Uh, yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure. And fine, all right. So, yeah, I'm really just here to chat. You know all about that. I mean, sometimes I have a topic and lots to say about it, but or some song ideas, but I struggle to think of song ideas. I have the radio on lightly, but when I'm talking, I can't hear it as well. But yeah, tomorrow morning I got. Even if we sleep till 10, that's still sleeping in, and then I'll do whatever, and then if we get started 10:45, 11. Yeah, I should have said 10 for that meeting, but I can't change it easily now, so I may finish what I'm doing by the time I'm starting. And unfortunately, it's not garden season right now. So, what hobbies do you find that you're able to enjoy, or do you want to get into for the coming year? I know I would like to try some new art forms, um, um, and I want to. What I guess this is an art form. I want to get into more creative filmmaking. I want to get into probably I want to get into um, the groove of things, into what it feels like to being successful. No, I mean not that I'm not, but more successful. And I mean I'm not even being greedy. Like I things have been slow for a little while, and I could stand to have a bit of. You're not sure about any of that. What music do you like? Like specific songs or singers and stuff. What kind of online store? Because you didn't say anything. All right. Oh, really? Well, I have an interesting thing to share about Eminem. Um, Two interesting things. Apparently, you might know that he's doing music with Lauren Daigle now and doing like worship music. Also, I have a memory of my friend Ray and her sister singing it, like selling what kinds of stuff. But also, my brother was in, I don't know if I was saying this in your chat recently, but he was in a famous band in Australia when he was younger, and they played one of the festivals there, and other people in the lineup list for that concert or series of concerts was Alanis Morissette and Eminem and one or two other names that I can't remember, but I feel like I know. And then he's also done work with Kylie Minogue back in the day, and some famous bands in Australia and Sweden and UK and yeah. So anyway, I was talking a little earlier about uh, art forms, and even though I'm a little bit behind the holidays, and they're tinier, I would have preferred the bigger ones, and maybe not silver. But I got these little the stack of ornaments in a tube thing, plain ornaments that I might just be real abstract in design them. They kind of look cool. These silver balls stuck down in this tube, but I don't otherwise know what I'd do with them. I kind of got the idea because I wanted to make a memorial ornament or two. But and I have a lot of angels in heaven, so I mean I could make a lot more than two. But and then like maybe a little design on them, but they're not very big. Like if I was to show you them right now, I don't know if you'd be able to get a sense as to the size of them just on the camera. However, I don't know if they might say on the packaging, and I don't know if that would help at all. They're holding up the popcorn. Just kidding. It says 15 ornaments. Doesn't really say how big they are, but they're not the largest, but they're not. They possibly are the smallest. And how's your day going, by the way, and your year? I know we're just getting into it, but there is something else I just wanted to quickly remember. Oh, that is who I thought it was. A local comedian. Wow, this is a. But that's like the all news, right? Yeah, it's not just that story. Yeah, my day went. My day. Well, don't start good, but it's. Yeah, sometimes they don't, eh? Yeah, that's what you got to do then. Yeah, for sure. Right. Um, you know, I'm open to feel, other than live streaming, which I do enjoy, and random getting into random conversations. I'm hoping to feel more like starting each day. I mean, when G's around, it's usually good. Not always, but usually good. But other than that, I don't know. It's not been necessarily a huge. That guy who said the funny comment and then was, he put a wow to that one. I'm not really sure why. I thought that it was, dealing with sometimes stupid people online, which is not you or the person that just tuned in, I'm sure, but, randoms that, don't take the chance to don't take the effort to get to know somebody and, and, yeah. Right as far, okay, yeah. I said a couple things that could apply to, I guess. Uh, so I just wanted to look for a moment because, I mean, I certainly was never close to this individual, but there was a guy that apparently was pretty well known in the city for the entertaining stuff that he did. And, yeah, I really would rather him not be in another production of his after how the other one went. Well, the other one went well, except for the guy was an idiot afterwards. I hope he does better this year, but you can't always count on it, right? I'll look back at the comments in just a moment. Doesn't look like I've missed anything new yet. But anyway, this guy that passed away, I don't know him closely, but I definitely recognize the name, and I just saw a picture of him because it made the local news, and I'm just wondering, was I connected to him on my old Facebook? Nope, doesn't look like it. Kind of a unique name. Apparently, there's a music that goes by that name, and there was somebody from my school that had that first name, Clayton. But I felt like I was. Maybe I just saw him floating around on the site, connected to other people I'm connected to. It must have been that. Uh, anyway, so I guess that's your hopes for the new year. Didn't say what you hope to sell in your store, though. But that's good that you're being someone with disabilities. It's good that you're trying to find ways to do what you like and love to do, and that in a way that you're hopefully able to do it. And I don't know if you're planning to make the products you're selling or resale or what you're planning to do. But and yeah, that you're yeah, not letting the disabilities slow you down. Because I know that I know that when one has them, and I do too actually, that they certainly can do that. Would you be putting your own designs on the cups or mugs and clothes? That's cool. Well, gift shop type thing. Oh, really? Okay. So I bet. Have you thought of any funny? Is it like going to be when I say designs? I actually was kind of first thinking like funny quotes or sayings or or some other type of thing. And if funny quotes or saying, what are a few of them? I'd be curious. What do I have? I have a cup that says first we do the coffee, then we do the things. Sometimes there's more things than other times. Right. Then I have one that says morning hug in a mug. I have one that lists the days of the week and crashes out the weekend, I think, because it's like it's trying to say that the weekend goes fast, and sometimes it does, but when you're stuck in a rut, it kind of feels like almost every day is a weekend, except G's not home. Um, Except he has been because of the holidays, but other than that, there's one that says, follow your dreams, go back to bed. I feel mixed about that one, honestly. Well, that's rude of that cup. Rude mugger. See, that's just a word. I'm not necessarily amused by that one, to be honest. Without looking, I can. I have one of seen someone who's almost used it recently. I don't have a lot of them. Shirts. I like shirts like that too. Can be kind of funny. I have one that says, "No, I'm confused. No, wait, maybe I'm not." I don't have many actually. I feel like I acquired one not that long ago, and I can't remember. I can't remember what it said. Hi, Leanne. How are you? Good to have you here. Happy 2026. Um, I hope we don't eat your heart out because you need your heart in life. I mean, even if it sometimes gets stomped on. But yeah, how was your New Year's Eve? Hopes and plans for this year. Anything that stood out other than us connecting in the past year? You can't talk, but you'll be watching. Oh, what are you up to though? Well, I do have Becca here keeping me company too. Don't forget to like Leanne as well. Don't forget to like Leanne, and don't forget Leanne to like. I appreciate it. But um, uh, yeah, I don't exactly have a topic. It's just what me and Becca are talking about, pretty much. You know, another one of those. I would love some song requests. Did you mention? Oh, you said Eminem. I'm hoping you like more than Eminem. I really don't do a lot of rap, and I really don't know much of Eminem's music, Tom. But there was some irony. Um, don't fall or don't fail. Watching your mom painting and making sure she doesn't fall. Oh, like painting, like not on canvas, or possibly Elton John. Okay. Now I saw one or two of his titles that kind of made me like, oh, Elton, how could you? And I like to leave it with me, John. But Mariah Carey, I don't mind. Elton John, I don't know. It makes a suggestion to make you think that I'm in certain kind of community or something. She's painting the walls. Okay, that's not a band, you're saying, right? The walls, the doors, the windows, house. Just kidding. But God bless. I'm going to watch now. Okay. Mariah Carey. I mean, I know she has a Christmas album, and there's that. I don't. It feels weird to sing it now that Christmas is done now, doesn't it? Or does it? I don't know. Uh, Elton John and Ed Sheeran have a song I've been talking about. Thanks for like. That was pretty powerful for me this year. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's a Christmas song. I might be. I don't know. Apparently, they're quite close. with each other. So maybe they've done lots of music with each other because when you have the connection to you know, when you have connections, you know, yeah. And if they just happen to be Elton John or Ed Sheeran, you definitely appreciate them, right? Um, Elton John. Okay, so Elton John, Mariah Carey. I don't know a lot of Mariah Carey. Okay, now you're listing a whole bunch of good ones, so slow down, please. You're like, oh, you want me to start listening? I'll start listening, all right. Listening, I mean. Listening and listening. Anyway, but yeah, Mariah Carey, Elton John songs. Mamas and the Papas don't know a lot of it. Was with my mom. It's funny. I was at a place where they had Mama and Papa burgers. Any guesses? They probably have them where you live. That says that nobody's watching, but it can't be right. Because Leanne said that she might not be able to chat much, but she wasn't going anywhere, and I don't think Becca's went anywhere either, so I think it's just inaccurate. Green Day, I did one of their songs in high school, but I listened to them a lot more in high school. Not a bad choice. Evanescence, I covered a little bit the other day. Boy bands, yeah, I know some of those some of those musics as well. Um, where do we start? What do we start with? I want to do some music, because I don't think you've heard me do music yet, and I just kind of feel like I want to. Then we can talk movies too, perhaps. Uh, I do think I do Elton John stuff pretty well, though. Um, I don't know if we want to go the route of the Lion King or something else with him. If I zoom in, I might not be able to. Okay, I'm going to do it. Oh, that's you. You keep changing your profile picture, Leanne. Yeah, what? The Lion King? Um, yeah, it's been so long since I've seen it. I saw it live, actually, in Toronto. That was very good. I mean, I'm a performer, so I mean, it's always nice to see other performers, but I know that, the songs are, personally to me, not all that hard to sing. It was really the costumery. And, it's always impressive acting, people being able to memorize lines and stuff is always kind of cool too, right? That's something I don't know how well I'd do, but it's only one way to find out, right? I mean, when I was younger, I think I was better at it, but, so, Lion King, is that what you're saying? Right. Anyway, and that toured, like, it wasn't just in Toronto, but, okay, trying to think of songs from The Lion King now. I haven't seen it in a while. We got Just Can't Wait to Be King. Oh, there is one lyric. It's kind of sad, but it says one now. It's of I think it's from Circle of Life, and it goes, some of us fall to the wayside. Some of us sail through the stars. Some of us sail through our troubles, and some have to live with the scars. There's far too much to take in here, more to find than can ever be found. But the sun rolling high on the sapphire sky brings great and small of the endless round. Yeah, and then what's the other ones? Oh golly. There's another one on the tip of my tongue. Thank you, thank you. And then there's lots of good. I saw Elton John in concert once actually. And then Green Day, anything particular there? I only know one or two Evanescence. How can you see through my eyes? I almost thought I had an eye condition starting a couple times recently. Leading me down into my core, where I become so numb. without a trace. My spirit sleeping somewhere cool till you find me there and bring me back. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Wake me up inside. Is that the same song? Wake me up inside. Call my name and save me from the dark. Remember to run, for I come undone. Cool. Yeah, and then there's another one. There's another popular one of theirs that I know. Um, was that My Immortal? No, that was Wake Me Up Inside. My Immortal, I think, is the title of the other one, maybe. I don't remember. If you could start me off with some of the lyrics, I might remember some of it. Um, and then, which Backstreet Boy is gay? Most of them. Or at least mine. Tell me why. Ooh, um, yeah. Ba-da. I can't probably I love Lone Boss and the other ones, but especially Hunts Bass. And recently, I was watching a bunch of videos about them, like maybe a couple months ago, or about a month or so ago. But then there was a couple things, I can't even quite remember what they were, unfortunately. But it's like, I don't know if I still like the guy. But I'll try. I'll try. Because it's all about the bass. There's that song again. But, yeah, I think I only know those two Evanescence songs. And yeah, I probably would confuse NSYNC songs with Backstreet Boys. NSYNC with In Tub and, even in the basin. I don't know. um, all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I could get up and get my instrument, or go to the instrument. If you'd like to hear piano or guitar, if you'd like to hear some Elton John songs that you think would sound good on guitar, lots of people do his stuff on guitar, but I certainly could. I don't have this monetized, so it would just be, yeah. If it did, then they'd get some of the, this is not a heavy penalty or whatever, but it's just I wouldn't. I mean, and they're doing just fine. I need the money, thank you. you know, and I'm sure that they'd be if they like my version. I'm sure they'd be happy for me to have some of it. But how do we make that happen, right? Um, but yeah. Um, Elton John does actually go back quite a while, and one of the other ones get listed, and most of the other ones are new-ish, but honestly not that new, because like they were all around when I was in high school, and a lot of them probably aren't even musical groups with each other anymore. I could be wrong, but yeah, you know, bop, dun, 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 bop, da, da, bop, ba, dun, 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 yeah, bop, bum, ba, dun, ba, dun, bop, da, 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 da. I always thought it sounded like the Jackson 5, but it's not. It's the Jackson 7. I'm going to Jackson. Hanson. That's right. Right. Yeah, we could play Name That Tune, but I'd need to think of more tunes. And if you get. Well, I mean, if you told me a bunch more random artists, I could sing random songs, and you could say, oh, that's so and so by such and such. Such and such by so and so. You are to us for the moon. Sorry. The only one that would ever reach me. Of course, if I sing the lyrics, then well, then you'll know. Huh? That's the way. Sorry. Sorry, I'm yawning. If that wasn't obvious. Yeah. So, I also have a question for you, aside from music stuff and the stuff I maybe already asked, which mostly we've covered. Is there anything that you feel like you're struggling with in your life right now that you feel like you need some support about around? That would be wonderful, fabulous to be able to offer some to you. I must admit, I am probably looking a lot more on the screen that's getting the comments because that's where it feels like the conversation's kind of happening. But yeah, I know you understand, so I appreciate. Usually, they do show on here, but there's been a couple times recently where they don't. I'm not, sometimes it's when the phone does something wonky and then come back and. But at least it's rolling. At least I can see them here. That's the main thing, right? Things are a bit slower in here at the moment, so am I. Do you, by any chance, follow worship music either? Well, one of the people that is here, and even if you don't, even if you're not religious, there is a song that I know of that it just got really lovely lyrics. As I mentioned, Eminem has a song with Lauren Daigle. Not supposed to as opposed to Lauren Dangle. No, just kidding. Um, but I could do that song perhaps. I've only heard. I'll just laying over there now, but I was thinking about getting up in a moment. Possibly going. I need a bit of a stretch, so I'm thinking possibly of going to the piano, either the piano or the guitar. I mean, my arthritis and neuropathy will be the real deciding factor. But which one would you like me to try on? If it doesn't go well on the one, I'll try it on the other. Sounds like everything's going pretty well. Nothing you need support with. I imagine you probably have difficulties, like I say, with your disability and that, but that's probably something I couldn't help with, But for the most part, um, other than try and be healthy and live well and but it's also good to take care of our mental health, right? So if there's anything, and I know the holidays are stressful times too. I mean, we've pretty much passed them now, but there can be the mixed feelings. There can be the stress. You know, um, I don't know if anything maybe happened for you over the holidays that has you um, stressed out, or yeah, just kind of you know, it's kind of in a way also still a stressful time of year because we're all trying to figure out, or a lot of us. I mean, some of us are very situated in their lives quite well, and it's like, oh, just gonna keep doing it. It's like things are going all right, and that's great. But there are definitely others of us who are like, I need to get some stuff, you know, lined up, and I need to, you know, set some goals. But that can be hard sometimes because when you in the past have struggled to reach some of your goals, it's kind of like, yeah, is it even worth it? You know. Um, but but you know, when you've got that kind of mindset and you're very driven in that way, it's hard not to. You know, it's hard. You know, but like this year, I'm trying to decide what that would even look like. You know, I might work on some writing projects, maybe still getting published. Um, I might take a couple classes, probably not a degree course because I can't afford it. They're too long, you know, too much. It's not that I'm not about commitment, but they're real. They are really a commitment, right? And but a big part of it is I can't afford them. And I think that there are a lot of things you don't really need a degree for. But that being said, I then and then you know you realize what you do, you know, but or what other places will require you to have one for. But when you're kind of your own employer, you can kind of be like, I know my skills and ability, and I'm always learning and growing, and I know my worth, and it's kind of like, so let me, you know, give you some counsel. Let me, you know, you know, I mean, people will take music programs in college, university, but I've been musical all my life. You know, sure, I learn new things occasionally, you know, not just songs. But, I mean, I don't really need to, you know. I did tell myself, not that, like, right around Christmas, I did say to myself, I'm a rhythm guitarist. Maybe I should be a lead guitarist as well. It would open up some options when I'm looking for bands to join or, you know, playability. But at the same time, it's kind of like I don't have that dexterity, and it's probably even worse the older I'm getting. Like with you know the arthritis and the neuropathy, it's like I'll be lucky if I can continue doing rhythm much, you know. But um, and I don't feel like you need to know the technical stuff to play music. I mean, if you do, great, and I'm sure it can be helpful sometimes. But so yeah, whatever you know. Some things are just you know that it's an art form. You either have natural abilities and work on getting better, or you don't. And if you don't, you probably don't have much interest in them, to be honest. But I could be wrong, you know, as far as that latter statement. But Becca, are you still there, by the way? I was gonna say how's the weather there, but you don't get winters like we do, so probably nothing to complain about. I don't even know if you get. What I don't know is if you get a lot of rain in Texas. I think you said you're in Texas, right? But I'm glad that you're enjoying being here and visiting, and I believe I still have your one video open to. Can I ask you directly? I don't know if I'd say it's a personal question, but you'd be the one with the best answer to this. You don't get winters like a lot of places in Canada, though. I know that much. Oh, you're in Ohio. Okay, so you're actually pretty close to Ontario. I'm originally from the Windsor area, so you were one of the places that kind of bordered that part of Ontario. Now I'm not super duper close, but closer to the Dakotas. So anyway, I did want to do that song. If you don't mind, that it's a little bit of a faith-based song. I mean, again, you could hear it however you happen to hear it too. But I'm thinking although, oh right, okay, yeah. So I could do that. I do have to run upstairs quickly, and I think, you know, human function, so I don't mind, you know, just being honest. You're the only one here right now anyway. But as I do have to run upstairs and pee, and I think I'd like to put my socks on. But other than that, I could then do the song. I really am enjoying chatting with you, and you know, this question that I want to ask, I'm not meaning to be, uh, I'm not meaning to be rude or uncomfortable when I ask it, but I kind of wanna. Basically, The other day when I went back, I think it was the street. Yeah, I went back to the beginning of it or whatever, and you were using what looked like a huge Kleenex, and I just thought that thing is huge. Like your nose ain't that big, girl. you know. But now I'm kind of thinking of a way that maybe it makes sense if you didn't actually have Kleenex. You know. So I just grab the next closest thing and I'll throw it in the laundry afterwards. So I can understand. It's a towel, okay. And I also thought, well, cowboy. I actually muttered this to myself the other day. I said, cowboys use handkerchiefs, but you're not a cowboy. or are you? No, just kidding. okay, that's understandable. That's understandable. Um, so, yeah, I'm thinking of doing this song. Um, and then, yeah, other than that, like I say, if there's anything, I mean it. If there's anything that you're struggling with, then in life with any of your connections that you have or stresses you may have, I'd like to think I give good advice and I'm a good listener and empathetic. So feel free. Um, but yes, I'm going. That's what I'm definitely going to do. Is I'm going to. What I'm not sure is if it should be on the keyboard or the piano. I think this was one of the songs I looked at a couple months ago, and I thought, really, you're unique in that way, are you? Um, I guess you must have a pretty good social life offline then, which is good. Which is good. I mean, that's kind of something that kind of varies throughout one's life, right? And when you do, I mean, balance is always a nice thing, but sometimes people have more online connection than they do otherwise, and so and if they don't have a very close or alive in a lot of ways family, I mean, and if they are going through a quieter chapter in life, then it's what they got, right? But okay, thanks, Leanne. Uh, who needs to clean their room, really? Yeah, tell that to my parents, right? No, just kidding. Just kidding. But and I already had a shower earlier today, so I'm good there. But when I'm at home and I'm just by myself, and being in a rut, if I don't have anywhere to go, sometimes I'll skip. But anyway, and sometimes now I was gonna make a joke about skip cleaning room, but what? Okay, you got to be in your 20s. I'm thinking, right? Maybe even 30s. Definitely, I wouldn't say older than 40s. I think you're close to my age, which is pretty old. But anyway, no just kidding. oh, really? Okay. You're very close to my age then. Okay, so okay. Hey, my spouse still makes me clean my room too. I just don't do it. Because I mean, why would I, right? No, but I mean, I don't know how this would show on camera. By the way, if you're wondering what this is, it's that if any of you use chapstick, same with lotion actually, you'll find that you can actually get a lot more out than you might think you can if you have something to get it out with. So, or like with lotion, I'll cut the bottles if I'm able to, and it's amazing how I mean it dries out unless you wrap it or something. That's actually a good idea, but um, yeah, you get so much more out of it. But well, I guess you live with your parents then, and they have a new apartment building going up in our area, by the way, and it's huge. And I'd only seen it kind of from the one corner. I didn't notice how big the building was, and slowly being built. And it's pet friendly and a few other things on the list, but it's probably going to be very expensive. Okay, I felt so bad. In fact, I wanted to check it quickly. Um, there was a guy on my friend's chat, and I'm not sure, it might not still be alive, because, and he was saying something about his mother was like abusing him, and she's been drinking strong vodka all day. There's a new kind of chip out there, vodka pizza, some weird flavor. But I thought, oh, I'll try it. But yeah, they still had the peppermint white chocolate popcorn. I thought that sounded kind of odd. And then at the store, and then they also had pumpkin spice. Anyway, but yeah, he said that he's homeless and having mummy issues. So I do got it good. I mean, I don't have a perfect mother by any means, and some of the things from our past have been hard to look past. But yeah, that fallout really helped kind of us kind of. I mean, she was nitpicking a little bit today, but she was just like, well, if you're saying you're pre-diabetic, like you should avoid this, and you should eat this, and you should eat this. And she's giving me socks, even though I have plenty of socks. And other than that, it was decent enough. She showed me a funny video of these. We watched it in the parking lot of the grocery store. So people are going to be wondering what. And my window was slightly open. I said people are going to be wondering what we're doing here. Plus, plus, we're taking up a parking spot. But basically, it was these two horses, beautiful horses. And you might notice all the horses behind me actually. Maybe Crystal will tune in a moment. Anyway, and basically, they were afraid of a rabbit, and they didn't want to pass the rabbit, and they had this dialogue. I don't know what it was called, and my mother doesn't really Facebook very much, but I recognize that. I mean, the emojis are probably the emojis on other sites too, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't use those at all. But it says, "You do Facebook?" She's like, "No, that's just what the video was on," and that's I said that's what they all say, just like everything else is on there. But yeah. Um, every Friday, clean my room. Lucky my mom said when I have to start. I meant my mom. Okay, yeah. At first, I didn't know because like I read your mother. I wasn't sure what that meant, but I don't know. You relate to, and actually, the person I'm supposed to talk with more. But like I said, I don't know. I've done some healing. Things have been better. Um, it'll be hard, if we stay closely connected as she gets older. I don't drive. I don't have much income. I don't know. One of those probably isn't changing. I don't know about the other one. It's like, and when you have a hard past with somebody, but she is my mother, and but she's doing pretty good, all things considered. But yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I want to figure out this year more than anything. Uh, oh, I see. What other kind of work? Well, don't come here and air out your dirty laundry. Just kidding. I mean, if we need to talk, if we're stressed about something or we need to vent, I want this to be a safe place to do it. And I just couldn't resist that joke. So, but yeah, should I do that song, Leanne? I think you will know this song. But in order to focus doing it, I really think that I need to, um, we shouldn't be embarrassed to say it, just like we shouldn't be embarrassed to say if we need to go to a support group or whatever. But especially around grief, like it's not our fault that we're grieving or someone passes away. But but I mean, I do and I don't get why the confidentiality would matter there. But anyway, I feel like my bladder is telling me to focus on that for a moment, and then I'll do this song. So yeah, you want guitar, you want piano, you want keyboard. What do you want? Where do you want it? And I'll be right back. It's a bit of a long song, but I think that you're. Yeah, I haven't been to church in a while, so uh, I have more work. Okay, I'm already stressing at church. I'd be stressing too because there was some awkward people that were being a little bit awkward there. Some were still all right, and I miss it. But yeah, but I'm sure that your family feels they should be going to church together. So okay, doing a lot of renovations or what? Anyway, so I know I've been talking about this song that I've been wanting to do. So we're moron. Who are you calling a moron? Just kidding. That's a really neat way of putting it, actually. I've often felt you don't need to go to a church. You know, I personally feel like it's also not even entirely a requirement to believe. I can understand why a lot of people don't, and maybe eventually they will, but I don't think that if they don't, that means that they're bad people. I think what means they're bad people is that they do bad things, you know? Uh, but, um, but yeah, so I don't feel like one has to go to a church if they choose to believe. But it's a sense of community. It's it's sometimes the music is good. I mean, I think Chuck should know that it's musical, and if not, he should have said, "Do you play something too? Would you like to be involved?" Instead, of just having me. I don't know. It was just weird. Anyway, the church is not made with. Well, it kind of is, but anyway, I know what you mean. Um, the Bible certainly wasn't written by God. Anyway, yeah, but well, yes and no, but you are the church. You're the church. My dad's pastor. He says that all the time. Anyway, so do you guys know that? So it sounds like you both actually might be churchgoers, or at least religious. Doesn't mean you would think that went to the one church. Uh, and but the song "So Will I." Do you know it? And if you like it, or I mean, if you, I was trying to figure out a way to put the title into a sentence, but maybe I can't. So, yeah, I need to know what instrument I'm doing this on. I've got to run upstairs, like I say, for under 5 minutes. Really great to have you both here. I probably will wrap up not long after this, but we'll see. It is only two. It is only 20 after 2, so G's not home for another almost 2 hours. Return a garage. What? What? I guess gee, Sonny just went to the blue chair. Just putting my socks on, then I'm gonna go do that, then I'll do that, and yeah. I'll be back. Okay, Arnold, sounds like a plan. Whatever happened to that girl from Germany anyway? You want to specify? There's a lot of girls from Germany. Oh, the one that did a photo shoot with me. I'd like to do that again. Oh, the one that was in the comments above. And yeah, at the moment it's looking like the piano, but you can tell me guitar, keyboard, and I'll do that. I aim to please. I don't really have a preference. Can you tell? Ooh, being a good little boy, aren't you, Sonny? Yeah, you're such a good little boy. Such a good little boy. That makes two of us. Actually, 2.5. 2.5. I saw the mail truck in our area, but we both got our truck. Saturday. Maybe it's for pizza at Walmart. I did want to ask one other thing. I did want to ask one other thing. Because I noticed it in something I said. Did you mention that you... yeah, I mean, I have the option to be. I select it depending on the video. Like, don't know if I sang a few snippets, but I haven't done a full cover song. And I've appreciated having the radio in the background so I'm not just hearing myself talking, even though I'm replying to what you're saying. But so see, this is what I mean about that. But this is either dried out or there's not that much in there. Um, doesn't necessarily mean anything. We're certainly not making all that much money on it. But I noticed that one person, they actually did, the fella that, anything weird, and seems to have technical issues posting sometimes, but he once said, you have really angelic eyes. So he goes, how much did you send me? I think $15 if I recall. So take a look. That's sometimes my joke. Take a look. No pressure. But anyway, no, I really don't, I'm not going to put that on because it's old and wonky. Yeah, so I can set it. I've been having to use the phone lately to do these. It's not been recognizing, like the webcam turns on, the light comes on at the top, but the I don't know if it's just YouTube. I don't really post videos anywhere else. I should try on Facebook just to see if it works. I know that it's becoming less of a thing, but yeah, and so I do it on here, and because you have to go to a second menu, like that is not, like you have to actually click it, it doesn't show it to you otherwise. I often forget to select it, but it all depends. I mean, the link is there if people want to. I mean, yeah, they take a cut. Apparently they all do. They've been in the news a bit lately, people, so I'm not really sure. But, yeah, so basically, but I can set it. And there's that option. It's just if there's, then I have to be careful if there's music playing in the background. But, you know what, if this one just says, it's all good in the hood, and thankfully it this is how they kind of do it, or say, we just can't monetize this video. So, but, yeah, and the other person in the home who is also on this channel sometimes is the one that started the channel like 18 years ago. So it's built up. It's one of those things that ebbs and flows. There was a pandemic. Some people didn't survive it. Other people passed away for other reasons. Some, there's a lot on this website, so I do appreciate you hitting the notification bell and all that. Well, that's really cool in that window there. And there's a and people have their lives, and there's so many other sites too, and I don't know. So honestly, it's kind of the community that I've been forming lately, which is what I hear from most, and the occasional random. But other than that, yeah, it's certainly not. You can see that number, and and it. We're thankful, and sure, it's impressive, but it's yeah. Sorry I have not been in your life too long. I'm going to try to say. I appreciate you doing this. You doing so in the having it as the background. I mean, it's always nice when somebody's chatting, but I do have one of you chatting here. Well, I have both of you actually, but yeah. I mean, it really hasn't been. You've been here for quite a bit of this one, and you've also been in some of the recent ones, so I don't really know what you're talking about. You don't see Country Girl Leanne? This whole time you haven't seen her? Really? And then the holidays are super busy too, right? I think it was Crystal that said she was going through all... Crystal, you remember Crystal from the other chat, Alien? Man, she's been going through a lot. I don't know if I should say it or not, but again, no shame. People go through stuff, you know. You know, this way next time you see her, if I don't think to mention it, although there is something I want to say to her next time I see her, but maybe I should just go say it on her channel. If I can navigate my way to it. I think I hit the bell. I don't know how often she posts. But anyway, grandmother passed away on Christmas Day. She has a couple other loved ones in the hospital. So, I'm going to watch in silence. I'm not going to be talking while I watch the chat. But you're able to watch the chat again. Okay, cool. Oh, has she? Okay. Yeah, unless I navigate to the chat, I have so many things open sometimes, and I move around on tabs so much. Like, you know, unless I navigate to it or get notified of it, I'm not as, navigate to it because she's in the chat. I'm otherwise not as likely to really come across it. But let's do this song, and we'll go from there. Ooh, dear. This light is super annoying. When you say posting, do you mean videos or do you mean like written messages? I won't ask you too many questions though, since I know you're trying to do other stuff as well. I'm just going to grab a bit more lotion. And I was like, you have to do that while you're eating? Yeah. Like, well, I don't know. Does it do? But that was a little bit watery to kind of mess with it. Maybe it was someone else about me, but a joke. But thankfully my mother did not. Yeah, I was able to comment what's his face's video still, but I asked my question, hopefully he answered it, and other than that, the other person hadn't, maybe they have now. So I'm kind of curious, just a moment. No, I think he's wrapped up. It just doesn't look like it because I'd have to reload it. Well then, reload it. What's the problem here? Sorry, just getting a bit distracted. Because when things were a bit slow when I was rolling earlier, I was watching something. Now I didn't memorize at what spot it said, but it was near the latter part. So okay, good enough. I'll come back to that in a moment. Now speaking about getting notified of things, I have 3 notifications. What are they? Oh, is she now? Oh, is she now? And then these great interactions and this and that keep me busy while I, well, she just started her stream. Or keep me, from being able to... Okay, I'm going to do the song and then I think I'm going to wrap up. Because I've enjoyed chatting with you guys, but I'm sure you probably have other things you'd like to do. But you've really given, a good, nice amount of your time. And then also, I want to watch something. But I'll do the song first. And I'll check back at the comments. Okay. I just think that it's really got nice lyrics, regardless of belief. Regardless of what you think. Just kidding. But the only thing is that when I come to it, it's not letting me scroll it at the moment. Okay, it's being a bit finicky. But let's see here. Okay, now it's not being finicky. Okay. That was just brief finicky. Alright. Again, to those that just tuned, or to the one that just tuned in, the other 2 were here. Yes, it's a slightly, it is a religious song, but you can hear it however you wish to hear it. I hope you enjoy it. God of creation, and from the start, before the beginning of time, no point of reference. You spoke to the dark, you fleshed out the wonder of life. As you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. In the vapor of your breath, the planets form. If the stars were made to worship, so will I'll try. I can see your heart in everything you made. Every burning star I miss something? You haven't said anything. Or were you waiting for the song to be finished? Yeah, so that's that song. Now, one thing I would like to talk about. Well, I don't know. Well, I wanted to ask Leanne a question. If you say God bless you to someone and they say they're not religious, or either of you really, do you keep doing it like other than in your head, perhaps, out of curiosity? I don't mind. And even though I don't, it's not the intent for this channel to be, like full of religious topics. On videos like this, where it's mostly been you two, and you guys are religious, and I'm agnostic, yeah, people will watch it afterwards, and it may not speak to them, those parts, but, and I always say, as long as it's done like most anything else, as long as it's done with respect and understanding, but it's something that I do want to kind of watch, as far as me doing that, or us doing that even a little bit, but I want us all to feel like we can naturally be ourselves as well. But I feel like this year, I don't know exactly the things that are going to happen in it. I'm a channel, but I'm not psychic, but I feel like topics about keeping the faith are definitely ones that I would like to focus on. I think I accidentally... Oh, no, I didn't just close this. I do have a couple other songs that sort of came to mind. I kind of want to do them. I don't think I'll miss Kathleen's. Try to do a couple more songs on my stream and then be here.
So
84%. Let me turn this down.
Might be okay. I am gonna have a little bit of water.
Let me turn
Because
this down. Let me turn this down.
the
And then
water.
let's crank it up. Woo! I suppose Leanne hasn't said anything to that music that I just did. How could she not, I tell you? But I know she said she was busy, but I thought to the music her ears might perk up. But it's okay. It's all good. Maybe she's got a vacuum running, or she's on a different floor or whatever. And Becca, you're still there? And we got one other person here too. So I'm going to do a couple other songs. Now, again, hear these how you wish to hear them, religiously or otherwise. These aren't really even necessarily considered a faith song. One of them is Billy Joel. I'm thinking I might do a little bit of. And the other one is, you might guess which song. And the other one, hello, lovely Sunny. And the other one is George Michael, I believe. George Michael, Keeping the Faith chords. Boom. Or no, Faith, right. I'm combining titles. Billy Joel. I wasn't going to roll super long, but I guess we'll see how the conversation goes. Billy Joel, Keeping the Faith chords. Boom. Now I just have to get them to open. I may have accidentally just unintentionally closed the video, this one on my other device, which I'm following the chat on, but I'll get it open again. Oh no, actually it is still here. So I'm not going to get it to try and open this. I appreciate your patience while I try and get my computer to behave. You know what I might just do? I might just do these last two songs, and then try and come check the chat. Now, what I wouldn't mind doing is maybe doing them on the guitar, actually, because I want to try it anyway. My back's a bit sore on the piano, at the piano right now, so I'll bring this over here. And the laptop has to be plugged in shortly, so. That's the wrong chord. This is the right chord. Okay. Just a moment here. Yeah, that tab is being wonky. So what I might end up having to do is asking any further comments that you put, if you can come and put them you know what, there's 4 of you, okay, it just opened. Otherwise I was gonna say there's 4 of you here. I'm gonna bring it open on my tablet. But it just opened, so we'll go from there. And then, yeah. Oh. Ooh. Happy New Year, everybody, by the way. The dog wants to get up and dance. I always have memories of this one from my karaoke days with Ray and your mother. But yeah, there was a guy that used to sing this song. Hopefully my neuropathy and my arthritis will let me do it. Well, I guess it would be nice. Oh, I just realized this might be considered unkosher lyrics. Need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my heart up off the floor. When that love goes down, love devotion. Well, it takes a strong man. Let him show it. Oh, I don't like that lyric at all. Let's try the Billy Joel song. I'm just going to load the comments. It's asking me to reload the tab, and usually that does so. When it asks to do that, usually it does. I think I've looked up this song recently too, and maybe thought a little so-so about it, but it's a fun song. I'm trying to remember how it goes at the moment. I'll see it. No, when I see it. Wouldn't I be now if I didn't have the hunger? My friend, who never felt the desire to set you on fire, and never stood. I'm gonna try it. Just a moment here. Okay, we got one of you here. Okay. Doing a different key or a different note, but let's remember younger days. Know much better. Past something that's never got my way. That's what I want to ask. Is there anything you've been holding on to that you'd like to let go of this year and might need help to do so? We all probably have some yeses to that. I wouldn't be here now if I didn't have them. Not ashamed of my friend. Ooh, I never felt the desire. You set me on fire, then I did. In the face. Give me a second. One of back to the left one later too. Iridescent socks with the same color shirt and a tight pair of Cheetos. Got a mission to the target. It's about a collar. Billy Bob Jeans. Sharks are dangerous, so maybe. Oh yeah. Fresh back to bloody hate to make concepts. After a shade. Oh, and roll my hair and pop. Nora came up and shot me. Romeo's for married man ain't just being macho. An awful lot of late night driving through a lot of take home pay. Thought it was a two-cup girl. It was a red-haired girl. Definitely. Yeah. Keeping the faith. Yeah. Keeping the faith. This is a long song. It's almost done, I think, though. I told you my reasons for the whole revival. Now I'm going outside down in nice cold beer in the chair. Don't listen to my 45s. Ain't running for to be alive. Rock and roll tears. Where the memory stays. Yeah. Turning the fan on fade. Yeah, keeping the faith. I'm keeping the faith. I'm keeping the faith. I'm gonna have to remember to do that song more often. I've missed some stuff. Let's see here. And there's only one of you here. Which one of you? Well, I haven't missed that much, it looks like. Let's just see here. Nice song. Never heard of it before? It's always good to bless others. Yeah, we should try. And it's always good when others bless us, too. So thank you for blessing me on my podcast here today with your presence. Christmas, birthdays, sometimes if all you can do is be your gift, be your presence, then that's fine. I sometimes get hostile, like people F-bombing. So God bless you. Oh, let's see. Well, no need to get hostile, and it sounds like you have a good approach, but I would say, with certain people, if you know that they don't respond well to it, you can still wish good things for them, but yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of like, like I say, a lot of people for various reasons don't have a strong faith. I mean, life is hard, and it's one of those things that some of us don't feel like we have the tangible proof of the existence, but I think if you think enough and you question enough and you try and have an open mind and at least consider the possibility, and then also possibly even have NDEs or angelic experiences, they'll tell you they've seen them. They might not, feel super close, like, might not feel like they, like he has a lot of time to visit with them or anything like that. And I mean, and why would he? I don't know. That's something I don't understand, is why people think that he can hear everybody's prayers all the time, all at once, and work miracles in everybody's life, which truly he doesn't. Yeah, we got to appreciate the small things, but, sometimes we need more than that to feel like we're living a life of purpose. And yeah, sometimes we maybe don't see it. It's there, in bigger ways than we realize, but for some people it really isn't, and that's just the sad truth. But you're saying, oh, okay. And then I do need to go, though. I need to charge my cell and make some egg salad for the household. Yeah, for some reason I got the impression that you lived by yourself, Becca, but I guess because you're the only one I ever see in your videos. But I haven't seen a lot of them either, so, but sounds good. Enjoy. Thanks for being here for as long as you've been here. So it's Leanne that's still here, okay. Well, I think it was mostly you I was replying to, so that works out then. But I am going to wrap up, I think. Even though this is only saying 20, I know it's probably closer to 2 hours. I did tell Kathleen I was going to be there. You remember Kathleen from the other day, I think, right? So I should follow through. And, she must have, maybe she's not currently rolling. Sometimes she has technical difficulties and restarts. So let me see if that's what she's done. If she hasn't, I mean, I kind of do want to watch David. So even though he's a drummer named David, and I have a bit of a drummer named David Trigger, but not the one I follow on YouTube. I don't know if one of the ones I'm thinking of has a YouTube or not, actually. But we do have two of you here. So while I'm waiting to see if Kathleen's video will reload, where's the phone? Oh, right, I'm recording on it. What's it at? 69. Actually, yes. Well, it says
Hi,
chat
Corey.
disconnected. Just a moment. Okay, maybe it's been fixed. Whoops. So, but now I accidentally made it full screen, or as full screen as the sizing of the window right now would let me. And okay, then it didn't show chat. Looks like it's then reloading again, and it might. But if it doesn't,
Here we go.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, how many times do I have to reload this thing, right? But anyway, but I think either way I probably will find other things to do, and I probably want to have a bit of a rest. I appreciate all your time, and glad I managed to do some music in this. You can say it just won't be monetized, that's fine. You know, and it's Friday, so I'm going to have one of these, because I didn't have it at the thing. You know, A&W has smoothies now, and also shakes in the root beer cups. They look funny. And they also have miniature root beer cups. But one of the rare candies I don't mind.
Well, if I don't like the outcome, which I'm starting to not like it,
She's painting. I'm starting to think it's never going to show the... Anyway, so yes, I'm going to do other stuff. I don't know if I'm going to roll tonight or not. I'm not doing much. But I've done a couple podcasts today, so streams, so I'm not sure. Helps pass the time sometimes, but we have a kind of a busy-ish Sunday. I think tomorrow, like I said, we're just going to order pizza and maybe do a bit of grocery shopping. So, playing it by ear, probably. But if I do, it'll probably just be the one more. And then I'll be definitely tired and distracted and ready for sleep. You know? So, I don't know who the second person is. If you're putting comments, I ain't seeing them. Feel free to put it after the video's posted. Actually, I could try and watch my friend's video on this one, too, on the cell phone instead, perhaps, while it's got some juice still. So anyway, thanks again for being here. Take care, everybody. And yeah, okay, I have to do this way, because, okay.